welcome. Glad everyone tuned in. Got all my guys here right now. I'm gonna introduce myself first. My name is Brandon, owner and creator of Defy Fitness, which is my personal training brand, which I turned into my business. Got my guys here. We're gonna start off with my first one. Let them all introduce themselves. Pass the mic around.
Um, I'm Charles Gardner with Synergy Strength Systems. I work with, or work alongside, I should say, Brandon at the Huntsville Gym.
I'm King Jakar. I do content. You can look me up on Instagram at I am King Jakar. I've been doing music for like 10 years too, like 10 years plus. My recent album out is God of War. You can look that up. And I'm big in the fitness world too, so.
Yeah, my name is LA. I'm just breaking into bodybuilding. I'm looking to do my first show in October. I'm thinking about doing classic physique. But I met Brandon when I moved up in 24.
Yeah.
I hit him up on Instagram. We got a couple sessions in, and after that, the rest was history.
Oh yeah, been my boy ever since. Been my
More
boy
dough,
ever
more
since.
dough.
Okay, but since you say bodybuilding, let's go ahead and since you got the mic, we'll go ahead and start with you bodybuilding. What made you get into bodybuilding?
Man, I've been an athlete my whole life, playing football from high school, college, and I was just looking for something after football to just keep pursuing. So I started hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Once I moved up here, a couple people were telling me like, "Man, you got the body for bodybuilding. You ever thought about trying it?" And I didn't really give it too much thought until I seen myself getting bigger. And I was like, "Yeah, I might as well just go and give it a try." You know, you never know, neck can hurt.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, football. Hold on. Who else plays football? Charles? I know you play some football. Boy, you a hell of a nose tackle. Come on, Charles.
No. Okay, here's all right. So the sports history on me kind of goes in an interesting way. It's like, okay, my mom put me in swimming
Okay.
when I was, 12. I've told this story countless times, so I'm probably gonna skip around, but I'm gonna tell you the funny parts. All right.
Okay.
So put me in swimming when I was about 11. That was year one at swimming. That was a failure
Yeah.
because I sank like a stone.
Yeah.
She said, "No, you can't give up. You learn how to swim." I protested. I was like, "Nah, this isn't gonna work. I just stay in the 3-foot zone and stand there
Comfortable.
and be fine."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, you need to learn how to swim. It's good for you, in case you on a boat and whatever." So I was like, "Okay." So year two, I'm 12 now.
Yeah.
This is summer of 1992. I'm dating myself.
Summer 92.
Yeah, summer of '92. Let's see. The Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff Summertime was still a hit because
Okay.
it came out close around that time, I think. Still know the words to that, but anyway, same problem.
Yeah.
Got in the water,
Still can't swim.
still can't swim, and I'll never forget it. The instructor came up and said, "Mrs. Gardner, we can't help you, boy. He floats, but not in the proper spot."
Yeah.
He said, "What do you mean, proper spot?" Well, he gets to the bottom, he hit the bottom of the pool, and he float in the middle. You can't breathe there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to float down. Yeah.
Unless you're scuba diving. And I was like, "See, Mom, I told you this isn't for me." And she's like, "Okay." So reluctantly, we moved from that to tennis.
Okay.
And did that. And I was all right with it. And then many moons later, got into other stuff. My favorite one was martial arts. Obviously, did that. I love the contact of that. I
Yeah.
still know a few things
Yeah.
even now. But yeah, that's kind of my sports. There's some other things
Okay.
sprinkled in there, but
Okay, well, what you call? What about you now? Like you used to be an athlete back.
Yeah, I played a little
I
football.
know the boys play. So come on now.
Yeah, I played a little football. I played linebacker, a little running back.
Hey, okay, middle linebacker here.
Yeah.
So okay,
I used to like to hit.
okay, it makes sense.
Yes,
It
sir.
makes sense.
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
okay, how old are you?
I'm 31. I'll be 32 May 13th. Taurus.
Damn, I ain't even know
Yes,
that.
sir.
Okay. Oh, where you go to school at?
I'm from Chicago, so
Oh,
I went
okay.
to I went to Longwood on 95th
Yeah.
and Troop. I know y'all probably don't know
Nah, I
about
don't know
that.
nothing about it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, bro.
Yeah, Southside. Yeah.
Okay, I ain't know you were 31. I thought you might have been a little bit closer to my age. Damn, I feel a little bit bad now. Which I'm 35, but okay.
That ain't that far
No,
away
it
though.
ain't at all. Which I don't feel bad about it. But with Charles, how old Charles? Go on, say it. Come on, now, Charles.
I'm the old guy in
Yeah.
the room. Okay,
But we're on the one.
I'm the 46-year-old guy, and
Okay.
well, I'll be 46 this year. I'm 45 currently,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm the old guy in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm 28. I'll be
Okay.
29 in December.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm the youngest. Yeah.
Okay. So you say you getting ready to compete. When you say your show is again?
It's in October, October 17th.
October. How you feel about it? Where you think you're at right now?
Right
Don't
now,
lie now.
right now I got the little
Yeah.
nerves. I can't even lie. Right now I got little nerves, but other than that, like the process, I'm just enjoying the process right
Yeah.
now. Just learning as I go, just picking up every little crumb of information
Yeah.
I can get.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely important. Definitely important.
I can
Yeah.
say right now I'm just going through the whole process on my own right now, and I know if I need like little bits or pieces of stuff, I can just hit up Brandon and ask him. So he already, I already know he a book of
I
knowledge
don't do no
anyway.
posing,
So.
but yeah, I don't do the posing, but yeah, anything else, yeah, I'm definitely with you with that, man.
What's
You know,
up,
of course,
what's
I know least about you than everybody else.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, man. I know you said you're from Chicago. Tell me a little bit more. Tell us a little bit more, not just me.
Well, I'm from Chicago, and I originally came down here because I'm just trying to get like a fresh start.
Yeah, you moved straight to Huntsville when you came here.
Move straight to Madison.
Okay, Madison. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get a fresh start. I come from a rough background. I'm from South Side of Chicago, Inglewood. So
Gotcha.
I done bumped my head a lot of times.
Yeah.
I've been to prison about 3-4 times.
Yeah.
You know, and I just really brought my kids down here so they can just do stuff without having to worry about like shots going bad and stuff like
Be
that.
able to be kids.
Be kids.
Yeah.
It's a good football program down here, so I wanted them to enjoy that. And I really came down here because like the background I come from, a lot of stuff that I did in the past, I can't really kick it how I want to kick it, go on dates, go to places I want to go to, and take my kids to places I want to go to because of things I did in the past. And I know no one cares if you change your life.
Oh,
they still
yeah. They still remember what happened back in the day. That's all that matters.
And I've been straight. I've been on a straight path for about, I want to say 4.5, almost 5 years, just like straight, nothing but just like positive stuff. Just like
what's helped you maintain that? 'Cause I know that shit hard. I'm on my own journeys and paths, and so I know yours a little bit different. But I know that shit hard.
What kind of helped me to stay on my journey?
Yeah, what's helping you to change, to make the changes from who you used to be and to stay that person? Because it's easy to make that change for a month, for 3 months, for a year and a half, but then you slip right back into it and you right back there. What's keeping you on that straight and narrow for this long at least?
I made a promise to God. I remember a lot of times I sat in the cell and I made a promise to God that I was gonna do different if He let me out.
Yeah.
And I will always like get out and do the same thing. And sometimes I would get out and do stuff even worse than what I promised Him that I wasn't gonna do again.
Yeah.
So I kind of had like a situation where I was at home. I know it kind of sound crazy. I ain't gonna get into it. Like, we can do this another time because the story's kind of long. But long story short, I kind of heard him say something to me, and it kind of scared me.
Yeah.
And when I heard his voice, when he was like, "I need to stop," and he was showing me all the signs around me that happen to me if I keep going.
Yeah.
It shook me up so much that I told him, I promise you, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna just, because he said if you just do the right thing and just push positivity and just love everybody and just be the person that you called to be, then I'll give you everything you desire.
Yeah.
And then when I heard him say that, I was just like, I ain't doing nothing else.
Yeah.
I was hustling. Matter of fact, I was hustling. I stopped hustling. As soon as he said that I stopped hustling, the little money I had left, I used that money for me and my family to live on until I found a job. And my son, he was graduating from I think it was like kindergarten or something. Yeah. And I went to the graduation. I'm like, man, this is a beautiful program. The school beautiful. And I end up asking like I think I asked like the director of the school.
Yeah.
I was like, man, y'all hiring me the application.
Yeah.
They was like, all right, gave me application, and long story short, they gave me as a job as a camp counselor.
Yeah.
And then I worked my way up from like a camp counselor to like to go into the school year as like security,
Yeah.
and then I worked my way from like security to like helping with like a physical education. Like I was teaching the kids PE,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I ain't gonna lie, that's what God did for me. I went from doing horrible things to in a school helping kids
Yeah. Complete turnaround. Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So it's just
Y'all got
like
any questions too, man? Feel free to ask, man. We here to talk,
I'm
Bill.
just enjoying.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just
enjoying
gonna put
the
that out there.
story,
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. That's what we here for, man. That's what we here for.
yeah. So that's what happened to me. I just steady getting God showing me doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Every t- I got the best. I got the most things in life right now. Well, I got the most recognition and getting the most blessings than I ever had doing positive things than doing negative
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And my mama always said, "God don't bless no mess." So now,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on now.
I get what she
Come on now.
saying.
Yeah.
Now.
Come on now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else finna ask? What I forgot what I was about to ask you for a second. How long you been down this way in Madison?
Like going on 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So since you say you lived a certain kind of life or whatever in Chicago, which of course Chicago and Huntsville two different things. But with you living that life or whatever, and you being on both sides of it, what would you tell a lot of these young guys now that's thinking that they want to do some of the things you used to do, you live that kind of life you used to live? What advice would you give them? Living, seeing both sides of it, coming both perspectives of it. What would you tell them?
I would tell them. First thing I would say is, if you got the thought to do something illegal, don't do it, because once you do one thing illegal and you get locked up, it's like a revolving door after that.
Yeah.
Then another thing I can warn them about is, like, once you start gang banging and you start losing all your friends,
Yeah.
and then after you start losing your friends, and then it turns into vengeful thoughts, and now you trying to get revenge, and now you look up, some people get the opportunity to get a chance to like turn it around. Everybody don't get that.
Yeah.
You may make one false move and you in jail for the rest of your life, or one false move in the graveyard. And I saw like a lot of my friends in the graveyard, and I talked to a lot of my friends that called me from jail that's like really fighting for their life, and they wish they could do things differently.
Yeah.
And another thing I can say is, like, if you got kids too, like, you don't want your kids calling you, or you calling home to talk to your kids, and you got to tell them you in jail.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most hurtful thing. Like your mom or somebody, or your spouse telling you, like, your kid having problems at school because he miss you, or because she miss you, she crying.
Nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. They need to hear that too, man. Definitely need to hear that. Need to hear a whole lot more than that, but we'll get into that a little bit.
Can
later.
I just tell them one more thing
do
too?
Your thing. Do your thing.
You don't wanna go to jail because you're gonna get treated horribly in there, and you don't want to be in a shower with 15, 20 guys
They
at
don't
once.
They don't think about it. They don't think about it. They think it's sweet.
Smelling somebody taking a number two
in the cell with you,
and smelling them fart.
Clothes in the door with you. Yeah, they think it's sweet.
Yeah.
They think it's sweet until they end up behind them gates. Okay, Charles, let's get you back on the mic, Charles. Okay.
King. See, I'm over here
go ahead.
listening, man, and I'm thinking about your life, and I'm thinking about mine, and they're like totally different. But you said something about your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. And she said some wise things to you, and you held on to some of them, maybe even all of them. And I grew up in the country. I'm a country boy. Actually, I call it the country burbs. I grew up in a place called Texarkana.
Texarkana. Hey, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, like, you had, it was the country burbs, because like my house I grew up in was like really, decent, middle class home, right? And the house next to me, same thing.
Yeah.
But then the house right across the pond looked like something straight out of, Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
And then the house across the street, the dude had chickens and goats running around in front of his yard, and then the house next to him was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So, and then you get a little further down, it was off and on with that
Yeah.
type of environment,
Yeah.
So that's why I called it the country burbs.
Yeah, a little bit of
It
both.
ain't. It's not quite the suburbs, but
Yeah.
it's not
Not all the way
quite
country.
country
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
When we call the pizza man to deliver the pizza, we tell him this is where I live, blah blah blah. You're gonna look for this house on this corner or whatever, and they'd always get lost.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm finding interesting is, the fact that my mom taught me some very interesting things too. Something my mom taught me was, mourn the loss, don't hang on to it,
Yeah.
because it make you bitter.
Yeah.
So, but it's just interesting how you all up there in Southside Chicago, and he's like, God don't like no mess. God can't bless mess or something like that.
God don't bless no mess.
God don't bless no mess. Okay, and then it seems like those currents of motherly wisdom kind of flow through.
Yeah.
Now,
Follow us
I'm
everywhere.
gonna ask this, and either one of y'all can answer this. Do you wish you had listened more than you did?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, I can say that I wish I did listen a lot because I had a lot of friends. Your mom would tell you like, them ain't your friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, them my friend. Man, I can hang with them. Then after a while, okay, this one
You
get
see
sent
what
to
you're talking
jail,
about,
or this one get in trouble, and then you like, dang, I'm the lucky one. So okay, so my mama was telling me she seen something that I couldn't see,
Yeah.
cause they were my friends at the time. So when they your friend, you can't, your
Got the
friends you
blinders
can't
on.
see,
Yeah,
you got them blinders
on.
on, you can't see. You like, this my friend, like
Yeah.
we do the same stuff together. Just cause you hang together don't make you friends.
Yeah.
Though.
Definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. Charles, get back on the mic, Charles. Get back on the mic. Give you a chance. What you gonna talk about? Your role in your world. Okay.
Okay.
With you being in the 40s, I'll be there soon. We got viewers in the 40s of all age range. We
Right,
got
right,
20s,
right.
we got the 30s, we got the 40s
Yeah.
represented.
Man, you make it sound like a year, the 1920s and 30s,
For
40s, man. Wow.
for our older viewers,
Okay.
what are some things that they can do to help keep them active, to help keep them moving well, to help them extend their life, a better life?
Well, whatever you're doing from a fitness side, whatever it is, if you enjoy it,
Yeah.
continue
Keep doing
doing
it.
it.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
When I was younger and getting involved and doing all this stuff, I thought that people had to do just one thing.
Yeah.
I kind of lost my way. There are holes in every form of martial arts.
Yeah.
Okay, karate can get beat by this one, kung fu can get beat by this one, MMA can get beat. They all have their flaws.
Yeah.
So the same thing holds true for whatever style of fitness, which should be an expression of who we are.
Right.
It's gonna have its flaws, it's gonna have its holes, but if you like it, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So if you're a runner and that's what you like to do, and that's how you clear your mind, meditate, get your day going, you can incorporate other things if you want to balance it out if you feel you need to.
How long have you been training? Because everybody don't know that. Sometimes I don't remember everything. It's just
Okay.
How much time you got doing this?
I've been training people since I was 22.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know nothing else. I mean, I can do other things, but it's what I know best.
Yeah.
You would say.
Come natural. Yeah.
And so it feels awkward not doing that. And
Yeah.
there's been times where I've had to do other things, and I'm like, I got to get out of here.
Right.
This is not for
It's
me.
your gift, man. That's one thing about it. You got to use your gift, man. Everybody, we all got a gift.
But I would say, as a older lifter, middle-aged lifter, let's say, continue doing what you like, what you enjoy, and add things as necessary.
Yeah.
So I know Charles was talking about how you got to do what you like.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add that the way that I work out, everybody always say like I work out like I'm training for the end of the world.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it may sound weird, but I really do think like that though.
Yeah.
Because I know the world that we live in is kind of weird. You just never know what may happen.
Right.
And I always like think the worst. Like I always think about like what if five men running my career.
Right.
With my daughter, my
Right.
lady, my kid. So I train to be able to like fight to the death.
Anything. Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because then a lot of people be talking about guns this, guns that, guns that. What if you run out of bullets? What if you can't get to a gun at that time?
Yeah.
What if you gotta really fight hand to hand combat?
Yeah.
What a gun,
most of them can't. Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Guns can't save you all the time. That's what I stay arguing people about. I ain't gonna argue. I ain't gonna fight. That's what I got guns for. But it's be like you gotta be able to defend yourself
Yeah.
in every angle. I feel
That's
like.
the thing. Like you said, guns ain't gonna save. That's people's problem. To thinking that the gun is to save. No, take whooping. Like it's okay. Take ass whooping.
Yeah.
Like you don't need no saving from an ass whooping. We all had them. We all had them growing up. Your mama did it. Your daddy did it. Like it's part of the game. You don't take it, deal with it, get better. But nah, the gun is to save you.
Yeah.
Your family, when you in the house, you out with your kids, your wife. Yeah, gun to protect you. But just from a fight, nah.
Right.
Nah, but that's the way they think about it, though.
Yeah.
That's the way they think about it.
I think that's what make you a man too, like keeping yourself in shape to be able to protect.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a part of being a man. I
Yeah.
see a lot of individuals that don't work out, and to me, sometimes when I look at men and I know they don't work out, I know this may be a little mean, but to me, it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can see it.
And I teach my sons that. I teach my sons if you a man and you don't work out, this the weak.
I can
You
see
don't
I'm with
gotta be training
Yep.
to the
Certain
death.
type of way, yeah. But work out, though. Be active.
Be active.
Take care of yourself. Be
Take care of
prepared.
yourself, be prepared.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, since we on that topic, okay, as far as being a man, like I said, we gonna talk about a little bit of everything. What is I know kind of I feel like I'm I tell everybody like I'm an old school guy. I'm an old school kind of man. No disrespect, of course. We ain't gonna get no detail. But like these new age men, like I don't really rock with it. I don't really rock the way they kind of move and think. Like I said, no disrespect to it, but I'm an old school kind of guy. I'm like, yeah, new age dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm an old school. I'm a football coach. I'm an old school coach. I'm hard. I'm gonna get on your ass, but I'm also love you. I'm gonna tell you when you do wrong. I'm gonna tell you when you do right.
Yeah.
But as far as manhood, what do you see this? What do you see this kind of missing as far as with men nowadays? Something that you feel like they lack it, that they used to do back in the day that they don't continue to do now. Go
I
ahead.
say discipline. The number one thing I feel like is discipline, because most people, they only do stuff like when you tell them like a man that a woman got to keep telling them to do something. Like,
Yeah.
are you really a man, or
Yeah.
are you just disciplined enough to do it yourself?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
Okay, discipline. What
I
you
feel
got?
like a lot of men are lacking morals and principles.
Yeah.
And I feel like because if you a man and if you weren't raised by a man that instilled the morals and principles in you, then you like flaw.
Yeah.
And I realized, see, my father died when I was 3. He got murdered, but I had my granddaddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my
indeed.
granddaddy was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was born in 1932.
Yeah.
So he instilled a lot of morals and principles. And if you don't have a real man in your corner, or just in the vicinity that can like teach you real man
say,
things,
yeah.
real
You take
traits of a
to
man.
be a man, you got to see a man.
You gotta
see
see a
a
man.
man. Well, that's a big part of why I'm doing this mentorship program right there. Which it ain't even all about the ones who don't got men in their life. Like it take a community to raise people. That's one
Yeah.
thing we got away from. Like back in the day, you do something wrong at Miss Brenda's house, Miss Brenda go whoop you. Miss Brenda go call your mama. Your mama go whoop you. Like it take a village to raise kids, and that's something like I don't know. Like if we don't trust it, or like which I there's a lot of things, but like we just kind of got away from that. Like you can't tell my baby what to do. My baby untouchable. They perfect. That you shouldn't be. Nah, it's like come on. We all got to work together. So like I said, this whole thing. It ain't. You got a dad. If you don't got a dad, you got a man in your life. If you don't got a man in your life, you just need some extra guidance. Like to be a man, you got to see a man. That's the whole reason why I'm doing all this stuff that I'm doing for the most part. When I grew up, I had a pops, but he wasn't around. I ain't had no brothers. I got 5 sisters. I'm the only boy. All my partners came from 2 parents household. They all had their daddy in their life. I ain't had none of that. So every place I go, I'm looking for it. Is this what they like? This they doing over here at their house. They eating together. I go home, mama at work. You feel me? Which hey, she did what she could. But I want to see a man. I ain't had no brothers. I want to see a man. So when you chasing stuff like that, you get misled because you go out following people that you shouldn't be following because you think, oh, is this what a man is? He the man. He got all the women. He getting money. He got this nice car. He a man. Let me follow him around. He misleads you. You just pick up on bad habits. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
What I can pivot on that because I can say like for the most part like I had both of my parents but like in separate households.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of people ain't gonna like me for this, but like most mothers, I can say with my mom, she kind of like drove a wedge between like me and my dad because
Yeah.
you know like they had their differences, so it was like okay when me and my dad together like everything cool, but when I'm with mom, oh your daddy ain't this, your daddy don't do this for you. So me as a child, I'm listening to mama because I live with mama.
Yeah.
But the whole time in the back of my head, I'm like, but my dad can't get me all the time. I'm always with my dad. He teaching me manly stuff. He get me up at 6 in the morning. We chopping wood,
Yeah. Okay.
cutting grass,
Okay.
feeding goats, chickens,
Yeah.
all type of stuff, chopping trees down, firewood. So I feel like most of the time, like some of the mothers, they drive wisdom, and it took me a while. I say like close to college before like I really did was like, yeah, okay, let me fix my relationship with my dad because that's just some trauma my mom had with my dad. So that would really help me out. So now me and my dad, we like did what it say, shout out Pop. Like
Oh, yeah, shout out Pops. Okay.
we like this, man. But I can say like for the most part I don't fault my mom for it because like I say like
Yeah, they was
people
dealing with
hold
stuff and
grudge
whatnot,
and it
yeah.
like that's grown folk stuff like but
Yeah.
at the end of the day like some mothers they are bitter and they can keep like the kids away from their father. So
Yeah,
I had
most
to just
definitely.
pivot in on
Most
that little part right there.
Come on, Charles. Come on, Charles.
I gotta
Uh-oh.
jump in on this.
It's why we-
This is
uh-oh.
good. This is good
Uh-oh.
stuff. Okay, so you said discipline, you said morals and principles. Okay, I'm gonna add something else to this because you hinted at it, but you didn't know what
Come
you
on,
hinted
go all
at.
the way there then.
So work ethic.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
You said some things that were triggers, but in a positive way. You said when you with your dad, you take you to. You said cut down. Get 6 a.m. You going. You cutting some grass. Somebody's yard.
Feeding goats.
You feeding
Nah,
goats or whatever.
My dad, how he lives, like he got a house on like just straight land. So it's like we cutting his yard. Like
Okay.
you got ride mowers, push mowers.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm about to blow your mind. Okay. What if I told you that my father did the kind of exact same thing? Now I grew up in a 2-parent home. Both my parents were there, but I'll never forget it. I was maybe 11, 12. I want to say I was 12. Yeah. It's a family reunion. Everybody was there, and my aunts was over or whatnot. And my dad walked in my room and said, "Hey, come here. Get you out of this house." So I'm thinking, where we going? Like, everybody's here. What are we doing? And he said, "All right, see that lawnmower over there?" "Yeah." He said, "All right, teach you how to cut grass today." I was like, "But Dad, everybody's about to go to
Family
family
reunion.
breakfast and stuff." He was like, "I don't care about that. You need to get out here and cut this grass first, and then."
Right.
And I was mad, and I huffed, and I puffed,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
upset. But, he taught me how to do all that. Cut grass, chop wood, he has a garden and stuff like that. He didn't let me on his tiller. So, like, he didn't want me to till up his plants or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Can't let you tell them up. Man.
But you're not wrong. But he taught me work ethic, right? Getting up and getting stuff done whether you want to, whether you like it or not, right? And I talk to my father every Friday night. That's our thing, And since he's, my mom passed away, he's a widower, and so, I look forward to those times because, we talk about this stuff, and when you're doing it, you hate it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You can't stand it
Yeah.
because it's getting in the way of your fun.
Yeah.
You're going to watch your cartoons and all that. But then, when you get older, you realize, wait a minute.
He set you up for
And
something.
remember I said earlier about sometimes you wish you had,
Yeah.
listened a little bit more? I tell him that all the time. I wish I had listened to you more instead of fighting you as much as I did, because the stuff that I fought you on is probably the stuff that I need now.
Yeah.
But I can't remember it.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I did listen to, I have. But so it works in a really weird way. And I'll tell you a funny story. I don't think I told anybody this story. So um, I don't know if anybody had any back and forth with their parents in here. I'm sure you did. Everybody did. Um, but there was one particular time where he'd come back home, he'd knock on the door, and then he'd turn on my ceiling fan light. And that joke was bright. Oh man, it was so bright. And I was like, man, I'm gonna fix him. So I got my little chair that I had in my desk, and I got up there
Pulled the string?
and I
Oh,
unscrewed
okay.
the light just a little bit.
Okay.
Not enough to where,
Yeah.
you know,
Come on,
and so, and I did that one. And I said, yeah, he'll probably come over here to my nightstand. So I unscrewed down just a little bit. Right. He came in the room, and then he went over and he pulled it. Wait a minute, he said. And he said, yeah, I remember that. I went in there and I was checking to see if through the circuit breaker. And then I'm sure you did. And he said, well, and I said, is that why you went and got the mag light, police light, flashlight? And he said, well, you needed to get up. Man, he put that light in my eyes. Man, I jumped out the bed. I was like, ah.
I bet you did. I'm trying to tell you.
And when I tell him the story, he said, yeah, I knew you'd done something. I just
Didn't know
put
what
my
it
finger-
was, yeah.
didn't know what
You
it
did
was.
something wrong, yeah. It's making up for it,
You
yeah.
know, and I tightened them jokers back up the next night. I said, I can't deal with this mag light anymore. I don't want none of that.
Yeah.
But through it all, that was the one thing that I learned. My dad work ethic, being able to get out there and do something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
Gotcha. Okay, Jakar, you get the mic. We gonna ask you. I want to ask you, what's a piece of advice you would give the old Jakar now?
I say put your boxing gloves on, get ready to fight,
Okay.
and stay strong, stay focused, keep looking towards God.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I want
Most
to,
definitely.
if I can, could I add on what we talked about a few minutes ago
Do your thing.
when you said what men
far
are
as men,
missing?
yeah.
Another thing I think they're missing. I think they're masculine energy deficient.
Yeah. Go there.
I think they got a little bit too much
Go there.
feminine energy than masculine energy.
They need beds? Is that what
They need some type of med.
Go there.
And
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I definitely agree. With
And
it.
I also want to touch on what you said because I kind of went through what you went through too.
Yeah.
What you said you ain't have your dad.
Yeah.
Cause my dad was killed when I was 3, so I didn't like. I used to be sad all the time. I used to go to school. I used to see all the other kids with their with their
They
dad.
pop Stuff, yeah.
I used to be so mad. Like I had my granddaddy here and there, but he was he was older though.
Yeah.
I appreciate him.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like having like
These young
a
dads.
dad. And,
Yeah, one thing, like, bro, I take so much pride that when I go up there to my kids' school, especially my son, my daughter, she on school, and they like, man, your daddy big. Like, yeah, he got the big daddy. Like, yeah, like son, you don't like son, like you really should appreciate this because you don't know how big this is. Like, yeah, your daddy, that daddy up here, they need to see that because it ain't always like this. That's why I take so much pride. That's a reason why I go as hard as I do for real. Like, yes, that's your daddy. Yeah, I'm him.
Yeah.
And I want them to know that too. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay, LA. What about you? Piece of advice you would give the old LA?
I say first and foremost, I pivot back off of like my guy said, God first, cause me, I'm just not like real deal. Like I knew God, but like since I've been with my wife, like she's gotten me closer to God.
Come on, my boy.
Yeah.
Like, you talking.
Cause like at first, like don't get me wrong, like I was going to church, but like I was just going. I wasn't in church.
was just
Like
thing to do.
I was just there. My mom like, come on, get up, we going to church Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was like you go to church, boom, that was it.
Yeah, you
like,
get out and they don't none of that.
It's just like the gym. Like okay, if I go to the gym and then I leave, I don't eat right, don't do my protein, don't stretch, none of that. I ain't gonna get no
Yep.
results. So basically, I was just going to church. I wasn't learning, and I was trying to learn, but I wasn't learning then at the same time because my mom, she wasn't taking it outside. It was
Yeah.
just like, okay, the pastor said this,
Yeah.
so boom. Well, I guess he got it because he was in church, and the
Yeah.
whole time I was lost. Like it's stuff now. Like my wife, she could tell you now. It's like stories and stuff like we be going over. I'm like, what? She like, you ain't never heard
Yeah.
this? I'm like, never. Like I
Yeah.
never heard this. Like ever. Like it's stories from Genesis, like I'm just not learning. And she like, how you not know this? I'm like, hey, I was just going to church.
Yeah.
But I foremost, like, most definitely God, I just say, like, just always believe in yourself and just don't give up.
Yeah. That's probably, I know that's probably the biggest thing for me. Like you said, God part, that definitely turned everything around for me.
Yo,
but-
most definitely, like, now I'm seeing it now, like,
Yeah.
yo, like, my prayer life, everything. Like, back then, like,
Yeah.
yo, I could say, like, before I met my wife, like, man, I wasn't praying. I had got to college, stopped going to church.
Yeah.
The first thing she told me when we got together, she was like, if you ain't going to church, like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. You might as well go and cut it off, player. I go to church with you. I go to church with you. Like,
Yeah, whatever
at
you want.
the time, it was just like, yeah, I go to church with you. Like, yeah, okay, you gonna be my girl. I go to church
Yeah.
with you. But the more and more we started going, and the more and more she just started breaking it down with me and teaching me, like, the more and more my relationship grew.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say, like,
change
yo,
everything.
that most definitely my number one right there.
Yeah,
most
yeah.
definitely.
God, like mine the same exact way. But like the other thing, but like just believing, because that's my thing. Like I know how I am when I'm locked in on something. When I'm all the way dedicated, focused. It ain't too much of shit that I can't do, and I know that from experience. Not just know that from how I am, but it's them times when I'm tired, I'm down. I had a bad day. I done had 8 clients a day, man. I don't feel like talking. This, that, and third. When I ain't locked in, man, I let so much shit slip past. I let so many opportunities just go to waste just for the simple fact that I ain't believe myself. I ain't feel like I couldn't. I ain't feel like I was ready. I ain't feel like I was smart enough. I ain't feel like I ain't knew enough information. I ain't supposed to be in that room or whatever. But you just get older to the point like you in there for a reason. Like we all here for a reason. I was a little bit nervous coming into this, but we here for a reason. Our first time doing the podcast, but we here for a reason because we believe in ourselves. We didn't believe in ourselves. I wouldn't have came. I would have told my old lady, nah, I don't want to do no podcast. Nah, I ain't trying to be in front of all these people. Nah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to have these people criticizing everything I say and everything I do. I ain't about that. Just because I know what I can do. I believe in what I got. I believe in the knowledge I got. I believe in the talent. I believe in the people I got behind me, y'all included. I know I can do it. That's why, like I said, that's why I started my business. I quit. I had a factory job as a team lead. I'm making $30-something an hour. I'm about to top out there at pay. That's a career. Most people they're killed to have that job. I said, this ain't for me. And I started at 0. No money, 2 clients. I had 2 clients for about the first 2-3 months. But shit, I had an old lady. That's a different story. Shit,
Hey, yo.
that's the bread one. That's a different story for a different day. Shout out my old lady. You seeing this. On a different note, you getting ready to graduate. I got them Usher Chris Brown tickets on the way for a surprise. You'll get it for your
breaking the
graduation
bank for
Saturday.
them.
Come on, my boy. Come on now. So when you see this,
this
this for you, baby. But damn, I lost my train of thought when I said that. But yeah, like I said, just believing in yourself though, man. So I'm definitely with you on that. Like I said, God and believing in yourself, man. Them 2 things that changed everything for me. Changed everything. Like I was saying, that's why I started my business. I believed in myself, and she did too. She said, "Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that money. We go struggle, but we good. I believe in you." And shit, I done went from 2 clients to 10 plus on a regular. Shit, love it. It's going good. I wouldn't change it for a word. Wouldn't change it for nothing. Wouldn't change it at all. Charles, did you get your advice? You didn't do your advice. I started with your car.
Don't think you know everything.
Yeah.
Don't be arrogant. Don't be spiteful, because that'll lock you out of a lot of opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you are the source of most of your own issues,
Mm-hmm.
and you take that responsibility. Yes, you're going to have to deal with those consequences.
Okay. So, Jacar, let's go with you. What do you got coming up in the near future? Anything you working on? Any projects? I know you said you do. You know, it kind of told me a little bit of what you do. You an octopus. You got many tentacles.
Yeah.
What some projects you got coming up?
Right now, I got coming up. I'm working on another EP. I had an album that I dropped probably last year, so
Yeah.
I'm working on an EP at the moment. Another project that I'm working on is my own line of herbs. I really like herbal remedies.
Okay.
I'm really working on becoming an herbalist,
Yeah.
and I like to take herbs. I like to take things that's natural.
Yeah.
I like how they feel, especially like when I'm exercising.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the coffee.
Okay. Okay. So what's something you taking while you exercising? Teach me something, cause I'm always trying to learn something.
A herb that I like before exercising, I like tongue cat Ali.
Okay. Tell me a little bit. Like I said, I don't know nothing right now, so tell me a little bit now. Tell
Um,
us a little bit, the people.
it increase athletic performance,
Okay.
and it also helps build muscle mass,
Okay.
and excuse me, also helps with libido.
Okay now.
Yeah,
Come on
so
now.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
want to get a little older. Okay now.
You take that for about a week, it'd be different in the bed.
Hey. Okay now.
Yeah,
Come
for
on
sure.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. Let me see, another herb that I like. I like beetroot.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I
Beetroot
know a
does
little
the
bit about
same
that.
thing. I
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. So you say where can people listen? Where can people go to listen find your music? Where can,
Apple Music,
okay.
Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify,
Okay.
everywhere. It's
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay.
And
Okay.
another thing that I'm working on as well is I've been going viral on Instagram.
Okay. Talk about it.
I got like 3 videos that with my family that all did over 2 million views each.
Okay. Okay.
Then I got another one that did about 5 million views on TikTok. So what I got coming up is just more content of me and my daily life with my children, and just tune in with me on Instagram. I do a lot of emotional, like a lot of motivational speaking for like the younger guys
Yeah.
that I want them to not go down the same road that I went.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do want to touch back on what you said about when you said like how you was being misled,
Yeah.
looking for. I feel like a lot of us go through that because when I didn't have my dad, I kind of the first taste of gang banging is like it sucked me right in
Yeah.
because it was the embrace. It was like the
They feel like
community,
you
like
being accepted.
the
Yeah, you one of them.
acceptance.
That's all most people want is to be accepted. That's
Be
it.
accepted.
And that's good. That's good and bad at the same time.
It's good,
Good
and
and
bad
bad
at
at
the
the same time.
same time.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that.
So, but like one thing I can say though too is that sometimes you got to go down a road doing all the wrong stuff
Yeah.
to really figure out who you really is.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to walk through hell to get to the light.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you may have to do wrong to realize that you're not supposed to be doing wrong. Then you realize you're supposed to be doing something else.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. I got more talks about that coming up on my YouTube channels where I do a lot of intellectual conversations
Yeah.
on my YouTube channel. Just like quick little reels about spirituality and men being men and what men should be doing
Yeah.
as leaders of their family.
Yeah. We need more of that. Definitely need more of that out here.
And another thing I want to tap on before somebody else gets the mic, I feel like in our community, the brothers that did go down like the wrong path and they got younger guys under them and they know what's in store for them and
they need to tell them the
they
truth.
instead of telling
Be
them,
real with them.
they sending them off. They sending them right in the hellfire. They
Yeah.
sending them right to the same stuff if you know you went through it already and you know he gonna bump into the same problems, why would you keep sending him? Why you not telling him like, no, don't do this. I did that already. This not where it's at.
Yeah.
Instead, you gonna, since you don't want to have your gun on you no more, you gonna poison this young brother man and make him ride in the car with you with his gun and make him take the case so he can have a felony.
Yeah.
So it can be hard for him
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Now y'all both got a feeling you think it's cool. That's something to brag about.
What I hear you saying, King, is it's a crab mentality. It's a repeating cycle.
Yeah. Put each other down.
and you're only a real one if you have a couple
Yeah,
felonies, a couple of things on your checkered past. Then you are what you said earlier. You're accepted
yeah, yeah,
into the quote unquote community.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, like I said, I grew up in the country burbs, and so like I didn't experience a lot of the stuff that you two guys experienced, or you three. I don't know if you went down the same path yet. Okay, so he said nah. So I don't. I'm not, like I said. I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
this. So I can't really speak from that level. I can only speak from like an outsider from that position
Yeah,
and
but we got
whatnot.
all
But
different
you
perspectives.
know, um, it sounds to me like you recognize that it's faulty.
Hmm.
It looks good,
Hmm.
but it doesn't end
Gold plated. Look
good.
good on the
And
outside. It look good on the outside,
so
baby.
so it's not. It may be a glorified life, but it doesn't lead
Yep,
anywhere.
yep, yep.
So, hmm, hmm. As far as the acceptance thing go, this is bringing me back to something my mother used to say. And you guys can use it now. You can use it with your kids if you want to. If when they, how old are your kids?
8, 9, and 13.
8, 9, and 13.
I
Is that what I got? Okay, okay. How old is your son? How old is your son?
10 and soon to be 15.
Soon to be 15. Okay. Well, this will work. This will work for them. So I'm going back to what my mom told me when I was going through that
Yeah.
preteen, wanting to be accepted by everybody and whatnot. I never forget it because it makes a lot of sense, and I use it now. She said, "You're gonna have, in your life, you're probably gonna have maybe, you know, a handful of friends.
Hmm.
You're not gonna have, a lot of associates and a lot of acquaintances. So choose wisely in that department." And then she said, and I said, "Oh, okay, well, that makes sense." She said, "I don't want to think, kick hand out." And she said, "What do you see?" I was like, "I see a hand." I'm like, I'm 12, 13. I'm like, "What am I looking at here?" And she said, "No, look again." I was like, "Okay, I see a hand. I got, my fingers and everything." She said, "Okay. Acceptance is like your hands." She said, "You got four fingers and a thumb.
Hmm.
What is the strongest part of your hand?" The thumb. Without the thumb, the hand can't do a thing.
Yeah.
So, if you're trying to be accepted or you want to be accepted, no, you need to be the thumb,
Yeah.
the most important part
Yeah.
of the hand.
Yeah.
So, with your gentlemen's kids, let them know that be the thumb. In
Yeah.
other words, be the leader,
Yep. That's the main
because
thing. Yep.
the other
Well, they go
fingers
follow.
have to
They go follow.
follow. So you don't worry about acceptance
Hmm.
when you're leading.
Hmm.
You don't worry about that.
Hmm.
Whether or not people like you or not. This is something my dad taught me as it pertains to dealing with women, which was you can't force a woman to like, love, or respect you.
Yeah.
They gotta choose you
Hmm.
down. So, you know, it's the same thing
Yeah.
as far as acceptance goes. They're gonna have to choose to like, love, or respect you.
Yeah.
You can't force either one of them.
Yeah.
So being a leader requires being okay with those outcomes.
You gotta work. Gotta work on yourself first.
You
Gotta
have, to be,
take care of
you,
yourself
have,
first.
you have to be okay with being alone
Yep.
sometimes.
Yeah. That's people. That's people issues. Don't want to be alone. Don't like being alone. A lot of them thoughts that they had when they by themselves. There'd be a lot of them people issues. Which I mean, that's normal. Most of our thoughts that go through our mind are negative. More than 50% of your thoughts on a day-to-day basis are negative thoughts. I get it, but I don't know. I get it. I get it.
You get it?
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Definitely get
yeah.
it.
And see, I've learned a lot about all three of you
Yeah.
gentlemen. Things I didn't know. I had some I had some thoughts.
Yeah.
Had some thoughts.
Right.
You know, um, and I see you over there at the gym sometimes, King, and I I knew you were different. I was like, he's not from around here.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's not from around here. because you had a different
Carry yourself different.
aura. Yeah, so I was like, he's not from around here. I don't know where he came from, but he ain't from around here. And that's not a negative thing. I
Yeah.
just knew
Yeah,
that,
that's good.
you know. And so now I know, okay, when you started mentioning certain parts of the Chicago area,
Started to
I
make
have
sense.
friends who lived up there, so I was familiar with that because they told me, okay, well that's here, and then you said Inglewood, and I was, oh, that's Southside. I'm gonna introduce you to some people, man, because I know you got podcast chops. You got podcast chops, so you gotta get into that, and I'm gonna introduce you to some people.
Yeah. With a lot of y'all, that's a big reason. I'm not gonna say it's a big reason why I brought Charles on, but that's definitely a reason why I brought Charles on, because it don't matter who you are, what you look like, where your background come from. If you're a good person, that's all Charles care about. And if you're a good person, Charles will look out for you. Like I said, don't matter.
I'll try. I don't make
He'll try.
promises. I don't
He
make
can't
promises. Look,
guarantee nothing.
I will.
He'll set you up.
I won't guarantee anything. I'll
He can
give
put
you
you
the
in front of the right
opportunity.
people.
Like I said, I'll give you the opportunity.
And what you do
I'll
with it is
introduce,
on
and
you.
what you do with it is on you.
Yeah.
I can't do any more than just open the door.
Yeah.
And you know, I do that because you know early on a lot of people they didn't do that for me.
That's a big thing.
So
Yep.
I gotta reverse that cycle.
Yep.
And if I'm the only one who's doing it, fine, whatever. I'll do that too.
Yep.
But I'm like, I'm not gonna be the person who has, you know, connections, and then be like, no,
Yep. Just
you
close
can't
the
have
door,
them,
cutting it off.
and you can't benefit from them. You know, this is the opposite
Yep,
of what
crab,
you were
yep.
talking about, where, you know, the drug dealer who gets out the game sees other kids or the hustler or the pimp, whatever. They get out the game, they see other people doing it, but they don't stop them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just let them keep going down that path.
That's how you know they're not your friend.
And they laugh about it, and they go, well, you know, and that was me, and they just, you know, and it's like, why wouldn't you stop them and say, hey, young blood, look, I used to do this, and this. If you keep going down this road, this is what's gonna happen to you.
Yep.
Now, he may not listen because you know when you're
young
when
and
you're
feeling yourself.
19 or you're 20, you're invincible.
Come on now.
You know, nothing can hurt you. You can you got it till you don't.
Yep. Yep. Like you said, that one might listen,
you know,
5 might listen, but that
then-
one that listen, that's all that matters.
Then you end up like this 14-year-old kid who shot his dad because he didn't want to go to school. Now, I was talking to my pops about this. I said, "Oh, he going to school now." I'm just saying.
Yeah, oh, I know. Yeah.
That's what's going.
That's
he's-
what it leads
look,
to.
and now he's wishing
That he listen.
that he had gone to school that day.
When Charles was just talking about the streets again, it made me think about what came to my mind was I remember that it's really demons.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go through a traumatic situation or something traumatic happen, and you let a demon latch onto you, and you hold on to like grudges or something that happened or whatever happened to you or somebody around you, it's a demon whispering in your ear. And if you can't get that demon out your ear, then you're gonna get surrounded by darkness, and it's gonna lead you into a frequency that you can possibly get stuck on.
Yeah.
Cause I remember like when I was doing wrong, when things had happened to people around me, I noticed that it was a trauma. It was me being hurt so bad that dang, he killed my friend. So I was hurt so bad. Okay, now it's vengeance. And it made me realize when I got on the opposite side, it's almost like possession.
Yeah.
It's like when you let something happen and you let that demon in your ear, that's what happened to him. You gotta go. You gotta go slide now. Then you stuck on that frequency, and you're mad if everybody around you not on that same frequency. So then you get outside that frequency, and and you in the light. Once you get in the light, and then you look at what you was doing, you feel that it was a demon. You know that it was a demon.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You know
man,
that wasn't you.
that wasn't me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if somebody were to ask me like what's going on in the streets, I would say a lot of people possessed by demons, and they don't even know. And it's not like on the movies where everybody turning their head. I mean,
Yeah.
it's deep.
Yeah.
It's deeper than that. It's the frequencies. It's the once you get, and then it's like, then when I drive back to Chicago, sometimes even when I get close, I'm not even in Chicago yet. When I get close to Chicago, I hear it in my ear already.
Yeah.
You probably can do this to shoot
Yeah.
back, and I'd be like, that's sad that type of whisper is, but it's like it's like the environment. That's why you gotta, in order to change, you gotta remove yourself from that environment.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it'll be just like people say, it's a dark cloud over the area. It's a dark cloud of just demons,
Mm-hmm.
just controlling everything in that
Yep.
area.
Like I said, it's the whole area. It ain't necessarily the people. It's sometimes it's just that area.
That
Like
area.
it's good people in there, but like I said, them demons over the whole entire area. Them good people that you get sucked up into it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So yeah.
And some of them stuck. Some of them stuck, and they don't even. I remember somebody told me, this how I knew. This how I knew that I was on my way out. I was in a car with somebody. He said, "Man, if I see dude who I want, I'm a do it to him on camera in this gas station."
Yeah.
And I said,
Like,
you're
you
not
know what I'm
gonna.
saying?
I said, you're not gonna just trail him and just try to get his address. You're gonna just do it on camera with no mask.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, and I'll do life and be comfortable with my feet up. And I said, what your son? You don't care about what your son? How he gonna grow up? And I thought my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready. It's real. That's what I knew. I was like, yeah, let me start getting ready to wrap things up, because these people around me, they don't even care what's gonna happen. They ready to be a suicide bomber.
Yeah. Yeah. They got a place for you. You want to live that kind of life. Uncle Sam will take you right now.
But how could your mind be? How could you be comfortable with being away from your kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
What type of
Selfish.
frequency is that?
It's selfish. People be selfish, man. They don't think nothing about that. They just think about the right now. They don't think about who it's affecting. I just got to get him. That's all. I just got to get him back. I don't care who this affect. I don't care. I'm gonna lose my kids. I don't care that he finna lose his kids. Finna lose their parents. I just got to get them back. And it's a repeating cycle. A cycle that we still ain't figured out how to get up out of yet.
And another thing too, that play a big part in the community, these drugs.
Yeah.
These drugs is killing their brain. They can't even think.
Yeah.
They put mixing stuff on everything.
Yep.
Nothing's the same.
Yep. Like this ain't even like promoting drug use or anything like that. But like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? People, you smoke your little bud. You know what I'm saying? You might do a little powder, but you gotta have a little money to have some powder. That's the rich man drug. But like that's it. You ain't doing no none of that crazy hard stuff. Now like these kids doing everything. And everything got fentanyl in it, and like, man, you playing with your life. You playing with your life. But yeah, you definitely right. Them drugs taking over.
They got this new drug out that's in the jails that's killing our black men. We got black men that's going in there and not even coming home. I don't even know what it's. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if this is making me the police.
You trying to save somebody, you know? They trying to save us.
They getting it in there, and a lot of brothers not even making it home. I don't want to get into the details of what it is, but it's sprayed on with a mixture of all type of stuff. I don't know if it's fentanyl with embalming fluid.
Yeah.
It's all type of stuff, and then another thing I seen they coming home and bringing it. It's so serious. They coming home and bringing it home with them and smoking it while they home. Because at first it was in the jail drug.
Mm-hmm.
Now they coming out and trying to find it in the world, smoking in the world. Somebody told me, he said, this to be the best high you will ever get. He said, if I smoke weed now, it'll be like a cigarette.
Yeah, yeah. One ain't compared to it. Know what you're putting into your body. That's drugs. That's food, liquor. That's everything. Know what you're putting into your body. Don't just take something just because this what people say. This what people say it is. This what everybody doing. Do your research for yourself. Quit taking everybody's word. Know what you're doing. Stand up. Be strong. Be a leader. Like Charles said, be a leader. That's it. Be a leader. We need more leaders out here. So the jails and the graveyards, I guarantee they full of followers. There's a whole lot more followers in them places than there are leaders.
Yeah.
It's for a reason. Be a leader.
And I feel like you can't. I feel like you can't conquer your demons if you keep escaping.
Yeah.
If you keep doing drugs to escape, you can't conquer your demons. If you keep on running from your problems, you can't face them head on. If you keep doing the drug to escape, and I ain't gonna lie, once you stop doing drugs, everything gonna hit you all at once. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But once you get to conquer this demon, and you find peace, you'll realize that you never even really needed it. It was really holding you back.
Yeah.
You ever thought about writing a book?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Okay, do that. Don't think about it. Do it. You can self-publish, man. You can self-publish. You ever hear of a guy by the name of E.T., the hip hop?
Hey, that's my guy there.
Eric
Secret
Thomas.
to
You've
Success
never heard of-
podcast.
Okay, you've not heard of him? Okay, you need to follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, Jamal King from Chicago. He rolled with him. Check him out.
Yeah, and then there's another guy who's also a guy by the name of Jeremy Anderson. I don't know if you follow
I know
him.
you're talking about. Yeah, he kind of rolled. He kind of rolled.
They are all in the same circle. But Jeremy lives in Atlanta, so he ain't far. I went to school with Jeremy, so I know his whole story and everything like that and whatnot. And so, like your thing would be really inspiring to people. And there's like I said, I don't want to change, but it's almost like there's a side of you that's you scared if you tell people you're giving them permission to do it. It's like you think you're giving them permission to do it. Right. So you're like, I don't want to tell them all this stuff because then they're going to think it's okay. And da-da-da-da. And they're going to think because I survived it that they can survive it. Yeah. And I don't want to give them that idea. Yeah. So I don't want to, but there's a way, and I can't tell you how to do it, but people like Eric and Jeremy and other guys, they can help you do that. And I think that would be good. I'm just an old guy giving some advice, man. You take it how you want. But your story got me just going, this dude been through a lot. That's why he moves the way he does.
I ain't going to take no credit, but that's why I asked him on here, man.
I know. Well, hey, look. I don't know your motivations for bringing people on the unofficial Defy podcast. Yeah. So don't make me put my whole Donald Trump spin on this because I will. Okay, all right. It's good. It's great. It's got a great name. Yeah. Okay, Defy Fitness.
Okay.
And then you do Defy podcast. Good stuff. I like it. Could be great. Yeah. Definitely great. I like it. I like it a lot.
I know you said you got your competition. What else? What's next?
Right now I'm also in school for personal training, like I had told you already.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to dip my feet into that right now.
Okay.
But outside of that, right now just trying to be the best man / husband I can be right now.
Come on, my boy.
'Cause, I ain't never had no guidance on really like what a good husband is. So like I'm learning as I go, and my wife, she teach me along the way. So
how long y'all been married?
Well, October 7th to make 2 years. But we've been together. October make 9 years for us, but October also make 2 years we've been married.
Well, that's how
So,
you knew you got the exact date. Boy, you
yeah,
ask me right now, boy, I'm gonna start sweating
I
immediately.
had to ask her sometime because I tell folk, they be like, how long y'all been together? I be like, 10 years.
Yeah,
She like, we only been together 9. Like, you might well go on and say 10. We been
yeah.
together so long. Like, me and her, we been together since I was a sophomore and she was a freshman in
Yeah.
college. She was a cheerleader. I was a football player.
Okay.
And it's crazy how that played. It's crazy the whole story how we met, but that'll be like for another time. But it's crazy. It all was like friend backstabbing me and all that
Yeah.
behind. Like that's how I knew like yeah, it was meant to be for her. So like yeah.
Okay. We gonna go there a little bit. You say you ain't got nothing but a dog, right?
Yeah, I ain't
Okay.
got, but he'll be well, my boy be 6 in May. My
Six-
boy be 6
yeah.
next month.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. We go. Like I said, we gonna go there. Cause now we just kind of talking. What about some look LAs?
Uh,
What that looking like?
I ain't trying to rush it. Like
Okay.
like I tell anybody, whenever God willing, like
Come on now.
I'm ready for
Now
it. But
you
like
talking.
I ain't rushing it right now because like I see how a lot of people struggle with
Yeah.
kids and stuff now, and I don't want to be the one to like just rush and have kids and then I be struggling.
Yep.
I know it sounds cliche, but I want to get them like what I didn't have
Oh,
growing
yeah.
up. I want to get them the environment and the surrounding and
Yeah.
just the energy that I didn't get
Yeah.
growing up. I just want them to be have a better life than what I had growing up.
I'm
I ain't
with
got to
you.
worry about like struggling and all this and that.
Yeah.
So I ain't rushing that right now. That
Okay.
whenever it happens, God bless
Yeah.
us with it. I take it.
Yeah, good answer, my boy. Good answer, my boy. Good answer. Okay. We go kind of get back on topic. Let's what's something that I guess the youth are missing? I don't know if we talked about that specific. What's something that the youth are missing? Something that they need, I guess, nowadays. It could be.
Guidance. I say because to pivot back on what King said, you got a lot of men out here, they trying to relive like their glory days.
Yeah.
Like how you got the ones that used to drug deal and they see the young ones coming up. When I was your age,
Yeah.
I would have whooped the whoop. I would have had this by now, or I would have been doing this by now. It's a lot of them trying to relive their glory days. We had a lot more men that'll step in and just be like, nah, this ain't the way to go. Just show them the right way. It'll be a whole lot better. But we got a lot of men now that they trying to live their old life through the
Through the
youth,
kids, yeah.
but they really messing up another generation, and that
Yep.
generation just gonna mess up the next
Set
one,
that
and the
next
next one is
generation
just
back,
a
and it's-
domino
yep.
effect.
Yep. Definitely right about that.
So I feel like guidance, and then they ain't got enough leadership. Well, I guess that tie into the same, but the men out here, they just not doing it. They just, like I said, they want to relive their glory days
Yeah.
and tell the kids, like, oh, when I was your age, or I was doing this, or I would have been doing this by now. You moving too slow, or you should have been doing this.
Yeah. Okay, Jakar. What about you? What's something you need?
I think they having a little bit too much internet.
Okay. Talk on it.
I think too much YouTube.
Yeah.
They'll sit back and just watch YouTube
Man.
reels all day. They won't even watch a movie. They won't
That
watch a
people,
movie.
There be other people raising our kids. YouTube. That be the problem.
That's definitely
You
the big
definitely
problem.
right about that. Cause at YouTube, like I said, you had to put restrictions for a lot of these kids. You got to put restrictions on. Cause like I said, they'll watch it all day. They ain't never watched no regular TV shows.
Yeah.
They don't know none. They don't know nothing about no cartoons. They don't know. Like you said, these kids they get on YouTube and watch other people play the games that they should be playing. Like, and the parents we'll let them do it because they quiet. They ain't bothering me.
Yeah.
So we go we gotta. You right. We gotta break that. Break that.
I watched my daughter for so long. Watch people unbox candy and eat candy.
Come on, man.
It was throwing
Come
me
on.
off for so long. I'm like, do you want me to buy you this candy? Why you like watching them
Yeah,
eat candy? She
yeah.
would sit there for so long and watch people eat so much candy.
Yeah.
I think the internet is.
I got caught up with, I done got caught up. What it is?
know what
Is
you
it a
gonna
little
say.
mukbang or something like
I
that?
don't know nothing
It's
about
basically
that,
like,
okay.
bro, the skinniest girl in the world will be sitting up there, and she'll have like a whole table full of food.
Yeah.
But they call it like a mukbang. Basically, she just eating, bro. It might be an octopus up there, like
Yeah.
literally an octopus, and
Yeah.
she'll sit there and eat the whole thing like in one sitting. Like they get crazy views off of like folks just tuning in. Just like
You say you got caught up
I
in
done
it?
got caught up in it because I be like, bro, there's no way she finna eat this. And then by the time you get to the video, like, dang, that
You
little
must
girl
go-
ate
yeah.
all of this. Like, what did she put it in? Like, yeah, you
You must be
get
30,
caught
30
in
minutes in. Yeah.
I got caught up too. It was after my daughter was doing it though. I'm like, okay, I see why she was. Cause then you would be looking like it do look good though.
Man, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, man. But yeah, that YouTube definitely a big one. Definitely a big one.
What do you think they need? I think they need their parents.
Okay.
And I think the parents need to be more present.
Mm-hmm.
I said they should sit them in front of a tablet and just say, "Here, do this,"
Yeah.
or in front of a computer screen. Here's a video game, and do that, and you know, something that my mom used to do with me, and my dad too. Various times they would switch off from my sister and I, but they would read to us.
Yeah.
Parents don't do that.
No, not at all.
They literally read books. My dad would read bedtime story books. Mom would read other books,
Yeah.
some those as well, nature books and stuff like that. At least when we couldn't read, when we didn't know how to read.
Yeah.
And and then as far as teaching them how to do things, that's being present. My dad taught me how to read. He brings that up a lot
Yeah.
when we talk. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, I remember reading about the grass. I'm saying, you couldn't say that word to save your life. And and I used to have to flip it back, and you couldn't, you try and memorize it off of what I said, then I'd have to, I said, yeah, well, I was trying to find a shortcut. And he said, I know,
Yeah.
I know you're trying to find a shortcut, and so being present with your kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that the kids miss a lot in the world of modern technology.
Mm-hmm.
And if we ever had a situation where, things were to go backwards,
Yeah.
let's just say
Whole grid
40
system go
years
down.
back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the kids would not know what to do with themselves.
Not just the kids, but yeah.
Well, no. See, I grew up in a time.
Okay, so to a certain age, a certain generation of parents, they wouldn't know what to do either.
This is
really.
true. But I'm saying, I grew up. I was like, okay, we had telephone.
Yeah.
What my dad was telling me, he said, yeah, you had no telephone in your room.
Yeah.
There ain't no TV in my room. You had two TVs, your parents' TV.
In the
and
living
one in
room.
the living
Yeah.
room. You
Yeah.
had two phones, maybe three, if your parents had an
3 a lot,
office, or
okay.
if they had an office,
Okay.
or something like that, right?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah, 3 a lot.
we had two. We had two in my house. It was one in the kitchen and one in the bedroom. And I said, you don't talk on the one in the bedroom. That's iPhone.
Yeah.
But you and your sister had to talk out in public.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you couldn't.
Yeah, they pick up the phone and be
Yeah, exactly. So who we talking to? I got in trouble for that once. I got the cordless phone out of the bedroom, and I was like, yeah, I got the cordless phone. This is going to be great. Talking on the cordless phone. And, I was talking to a little girl that I was interested in on the
Okay.
cordless phone. And, I was like, yeah. No.
Mama heard everything. Then.
No.
Okay.
Dad.
Okay. Pops.
Because my mom was off at work.
Okay.
Okay, so my dad was a teacher. My mom was a social worker. So, in the summertime,
Yeah.
he was home with us.
Yeah.
See, he would go outside, and I think my sister was taking. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get on this phone, call girl, right? I'm gonna go in my room like a man. I'm gonna talk on the phone. Yeah, it ain't go so well.
Oh, nah.
Cause from what I understand, because I was in my room and he came in, he opened the door and he said, "What you doing?" I said, "What?" I mean, just froze like a deer in headlights, and I was like, "I gotta go. I think I'm in trouble." and he said, "Why you got this phone? I told y'all, you and your sister, you got to be the one. You got to be the one." I was like, "So he's your phone." He just yelled at me a little bit and put the fear of God in me and whatnot. And I ain't touching no more, but I don't want nothing to do with that. But yeah, that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
And he was, my parents were very present. Sometimes I thought it was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, why do you always want to
Always
know
around.
where I'm
Yeah.
going or
Who you
who
with? Who
I'm
your
with and
friends?
da.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, somebody said earlier, you know, don't hang around them people, this, that, or these kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily the best ones, this, that, and the third. So, but yeah, parents need to be more present
Yeah.
in their kids' life and what they're doing.
Yeah. And of course,
You know,
you
you
mentioned
can't.
it.
You're not gonna catch everything as a parent. This is true, but you know, I'm not one. But that's a different story for a different day.
Yeah.
But you know, I know my parents tried to catch a lot of things. Didn't catch everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't tell too much on that show over here. Yeah. We all been there. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
As
Anybody else?
far as that being present thing, it's so crazy because like I used to go to my son's basketball practice. Like don't get me wrong when I like that. Like my son, you know, he played basketball. He might have been, you know, the only color kid on the team. You know what I'm saying? No issue with that at all or whatever. But when I go to basketball practice, the parents show up. I know some of these kids personally, so I know they got both parents in the household. Come to basketball practice, me and my wife, we always go to every single basketball practice. We both go for the most part. Kids, other kids come to practice. One parent come, their parent present, but the whole time they practicing, the whole time that kid playing is what they doing, the whole entire time. So it's more than just being present, like just showing up and saying, "Oh, I'm here." Like yeah, that's good. Some kids that's good. You can say that, but like it takes a little bit more than that. Like you got to do some work. It, we don't want to do work no more. Like people lazy when it come to kids, when it come to being parenting, when it come to work, when it come to being a man, when it come to being a leader, when it come to being disciplined, just all that. Like people lazy, and I don't know where we went wrong with that. But
And now it's time for Defy Podcast's first episode of Conspiracy. Why that is the case.
okay, hold on. Okay, 'cause I know that's your role right there. But before we get there, I'm gonna go ahead and give my spiel on why we here. Of course, big reason why we here. My mentorship program I got coming up. Been working on it for a while now. It's called Young Men of Discipline. I've been working on it for a few months. Should be rolling out June the 8th. It's a mentorship program, 6 weeks. The first week, twice a week. The next 4 weeks will be 3 days a week, and the last week will be twice. Last week will be twice a week also. Right now, we're securing the location. It'll be in North Huntsville. I'm not gonna get too much details on that until everything's secure. But the whole reason for me doing that, like we've been kind of talking about earlier, is just men need to see a man to be a man. And a lot of these kids, they not seeing whether or not the dad is working, whether or not the dad is not living no more, whether dad's not in the household, whether he's locked up, whatever the case may be, the dad just don't want to be involved. The vision of men that these kids are seeing are no knock NBA young boy. That's what these kids think is a man. Like a lot of these entertainers and stuff like that. That's who they think are men because that's who they seeing all the time. Or these guys is in the neighborhood. Like I said, they got the nice cars and they got the women. That's who they think are men. That's not to say that they're not. But that's not the kind of role model that's not the kind of man that I would want my daughter to be. With me having a daughter, that's not the kind of man I want my son to be. And that's not to say that my way of doing this the right way, but a lot of these kids, they don't have someone to care. And that's one thing, that's a big reason why I got into training. Yeah, we make money. It ain't the best. If you know, you know. It ain't the best. I do this because I care. And I care even more kids because I used to be that kid who wanted a mentor. I used to be that kid who wanted a dad, who wanted a big brother, who wanted an uncle to come pick him up, come show him game, come give him real game, not just how to get women and shoot threes. Who go give them real game? And that's my whole reason creating this mentorship program. Like I said, 6 weeks, 1 hour a day, 30 minutes of physical activity, the last 25, 30 minutes, sitting them down, talking, teaching them, having real conversation. 6-week program involving the physical fitness aspect of it, of course, with me being a trainer. But I'm also just sitting these young men down and teaching them stuff, teaching them real life lessons, teaching them about the mistakes I made, so that way they don't have to go through it because like yeah, it's good to learn hard lessons and whatnot, but if a lot of this stuff you can be avoided, it's best to avoid it. It's good to let these kids kind of go through things and be resilient, because that's what a lot of kids are missing, is their resilience, that ability to be able to have a problem, solve it, and figure it out. Because right now we got Chat GBT. You got a question, put it in chat. They do your homework. They write your whole entire essay. Man, we used to have to write a book, write down where we get our information from. Like, we used to have to actually work. Had to be resilient. But that's what a lot of these kids are missing. Those are some things I'm trying to instill into these young men. But like I said, it'll be rolling out June the 8th. I'm taking about 10 to 15 young men. It'll be completely free for the boys. They don't have to worry about it. Parents, I just need y'all to get them there, show up every single day. That's all I ask for. Get them there to show up with the right attitude. They not coming with the right attitude, keep them at home. I let y'all deal with them. They got the right attitude. They want to work. They want to listen. I'm going to be patient. This is what I'm here for. I'm not getting nothing out of it. I'm doing this for the community. I'm doing this for the people. I'm doing this for the next generation. Once you go through that program, I'm going to have something else lined up for you if you want to continue with the mentorship. But that's what I got coming up. Hey, if you want to donate, if you want to give to it, if you want to give some equipment, I'll take whatever equipment it is you got. I'll take dumbbells, ropes, ladders, cones, whatever it is you want to give. I'll take it. If you want to donate to the cause, I got sponsorship packages. I can give you all the information. We got gold, we got bronze, silver, platinum. We got all that taken care of. But hey, all I ask for is support from the community. I don't need your money. I just want y'all to show up and support, put the word out. Hey, we gonna do something good for the community. That's all I got on that. But hey, fellas, now we go to talk. Who win the championship this year? Charles, I know you ain't no sports person.
I
Like
don't watch basketball, so you
Oh,
can't
you
ask
don't
me nothing
watch
about
basketball
No,
neither?
man. I'm a football guy.
Okay, just so you know,
Yes, sir.
LeBron is not the GOAT. Jordan is the GOAT, always will be the GOAT. If you want to have this debate, sir, all I have to do is point to the 6 rings. Could have been 7th if he hadn't had those issues with his, where he retired and whatnot. But no, LeBron.
Does the amount make him the GOAT? Does the amount make him the GOAT?
Well,
Does he got 6? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not
That's the
just
first thing
saying.
you brought up.
I'm not just saying the championships either. I'm saying the
Okay.
consistency with staying with the same team and not team hopping.
That makes him a GOAT?
Yes, because back in the day, you had to stay with the same team in order to earn your respect on the. You understand what I'm saying?
I get that.
You don't
I
team
don't know if that
hop.
makes you.
You don't team hop in order to get.
I don't.
Huh? Same thing. I don't. Look, I respect the guys as the athletes that they are, but I'm gonna need for you to stay on the same team in order to start claiming that you need to you take it win or lose. Look, back in the day, you had people like Charles Barkley. He stayed on the Phoenix Suns. He was on the Sixers at first. Then he moved to the Suns, but he stayed on those teams. You had Malone. He stayed with the Utah Jazz forever. He
didn't win a damn thing.
but he's still considered a
I
great
bet he
player.
wish he left.
He may have, but I'm just pointing out. The fact that you can't jump from team to team, championship ring hunt, and whatnot. Okay, it's like if I told you about Tom Brady. Tom Brady was with the same team, won all those championships. Right. He went to Tampa Bay,
right,
and he won one without.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, he can actually do that without Belichick. So it looks like Brady was actually the
I get Brady majority of the credit.
You see what I'm going? Montana, he's football player. He's football. San Francisco 49ers. He won all his rings with the San Francisco 49ers. Okay. This is loyalty to the team, not to the.
So if that's the case, because most of these new players are not loyal. Would there ever so Mike will always be forever GOAT? Would there ever be someone that can replace him? Because these new guys, they gonna change teams.
If you are putting GOAT under the framework of
I
know, but I'm saying if you gonna put it under who has the scoring titles or who has
now you doing that to knock LeBron. Now you brought that up for a reason.
I did, but I'm just saying they were talking. They're always chirping about that.
That's important.
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
I say he's GOAT because it's all around game. Not because a certain number. It ain't nothing that man can't do. That's why he's all time leading in points. He's gonna be top 3 and rebounds.
I know he's going in the
Top
Hall of
3
Fame, Brandon.
assists.
I know he's going in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, everybody know that he was going to
And
Hall of Fame.
he
after
bought
his
it.
rookie year.
He bought
Yeah,
it.
he went into. He came into
Are
the
you
league.
listening to what I'm saying? He bought it.
Charles.
Okay, he
Charles.
bought it.
Charles.
All right.
Yo,
Because
we can't
as
do the
far
mic.
as
We ain't gonna do the mic no more.
as far as earning it goes, no.